This is wild. I'm back making a YouTube video, and it's obviously the perfect topic to come back to. It is legit right now, 2:27 a.m. I just watched the fight, just got back home. That was absolutely insane. Before I go into my reaction to it, I wanted to make a prediction video. I've honestly wanted to make a lot of videos. So real quick, I want to give you an update of what's been going on with me, where I've been, where I'm gonna be going, all that stuff. So for those of you who don't already know, I am a martial arts instructor. That is my daytime job. However, when I left to the UK to do my fight, one of my instructors, who is 18 years old, graduated from high school and moved on to college. Good old Connor Judge. And since he's 18, he can take over the school at certain points. So when I came back from the UK, I lost my 18-year-old instructor, but I still have Senpai Langlois, Tyler Langlois, who's been a beast and has been such a great instructor, and is just has done so much for the students and like the school to help to keep the flow, since we don't have Connor anymore. But he's not 18, so that means there's the time spent and there's little more things I have to do in and out of the dojo just to make up for the loss of Connor Judge. I'm gonna confuse everyone in the video. And when I left to the UK, I missed some time with the students, so I needed to make up that time and prepare them from testing and all that stuff. And I just literally had belt testing. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. And then with all of the fight content being gone and kind of not worn out, but it was such an intense last couple months preparing for the fight, the stress of fighting in general, and just the whole situation. It's a little bit easier when the content is coming from the community. It's coming from the fight and you can just respond to it and react to things and show your own stuff. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. When I came back, I was sick as a dog for like a week and a half, like terrible. I could barely actually be at work. I had a fever at one point and I could barely teach. I didn't work out for almost 2 weeks. I lost some weight. So YouTube had to take a back seat because I had to focus on my health, getting my mind right, and taking care of this belt graduation. But now I am back. I am 100% back because now belt graduation has commenced. We're on a new cycle. I get to kind of regroup everything. We've been with the great flow in the dojo and I feel a lot better. I've been working out, I've been sparring a little bit. Everything's been great. And then we have this fight, so I get to make a reaction video. It's just perfect timing. Before I go into this video, I was thinking about making a reaction video to the Shane Dawson documentary series. I'm not sure if I want to really go into it, to be honest, too much, but I feel like there's some things that should be said. When it comes to the documentary, the subject matter is very serious, and the production doesn't really match the seriousness of the topic. The drama behind it, the music, and the behavior, the script to it, the script feel to it doesn't seem like this is what you should be doing. And I don't know, that seems almost like TV ready. It seems like almost like too TV. I have an idea. Okay, wait. Whereas like YouTube, the production is higher, but I think you expect a little bit more real. When it comes to documenting certain things, I just expect a certain type of reality to it. And there is a reality to it, there is. I don't know if it's Shane's personality and the way that he does his content and how he likes to produce things. It just doesn't really seem to sit well. It's a touchy subject when you're talking about, this is a very serious subject, you're talking about a sociopath because of the stigma around the word. And you're using the word because of the stigma, not just to talk about it, it's to catch and to use that as a part of the plot, as a part of the story, a part of the build, a part of the storytelling and stuff like that.
I don't think he's a sociopath.
Have you ever seen him cry?
Yeah.
And I get that, and that is definitely gonna help his reach. The whole series comes full circle, then that helps. So it's kind of hard because it's a certain part of the series, so I kind of want to see everything first before I make total judgment on it, so I'm still gonna leave that out. And I don't know, you have Logan coming out saying that he has like sociopath tendencies, which makes complete sense. And it's good that he's acknowledging it, but he didn't really acknowledge it in a very effective way, to be honest. If it's supposed to be about the mind of Jake Paul and it's over dramatized, Jake's gonna come in, but are we really gonna get the real story? Is it gonna be too all over the place for people to get the real story? What will they remember? You know what I mean? What will be the focus, the highlight of it? What will be the takeaway from it? So I'm not sure. I wanna talk about this fight. So my prediction of the fight was that Conor needs to catch Khabib early. I don't know, it's hard for me to predict a fight, but I just said if Conor is going to win, he needs to catch Khabib early. A couple huge takeaways before we get into the end of the fight. Khabib lands a monster right hand.
Likes the time over, he does that very well, but in the
I hate what happened at the end because it took away from the fact that that was the hardest punch that Conor's ever taken. I don't even know if he's been dropped. I'm trying to think, like in MMA. Like Nate rocked him and then he shot. Khabib hit him with a right hand and he sat down. So that was crazy because Khabib landing a right hand. Yes, he was a wrestler using the wrestling, and Conor's more focused on the wrestling. He changed his stance up and stuff like that. But then when Khabib landed the first shot and was on the first round, the whole round, it's like, oh, like Conor needed to win the first round. I just felt like he was gonna get too tired. Like I'm not sure he's gonna catch him or have enough on his shots to really catch him. And if you don't catch him like right away, Khabib's just gonna lay on you, fold you up, and literally crumble you. And I feel like Khabib fought so well. I feel like Khabib, he tested the range, he dominated the first round, he tired him out like he said he was gonna do. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Then he stood and traded with him and wasn't like backing up from him, landed a giant right hand, got a knockdown. Like Conor didn't knock down Khabib. Khabib knocked down Conor and was doing okay on the feet. Like he wasn't dominating on the feet, but he was able to exchange and survive on the feet. I believe it was in the third round he did well. I have a hard time remembering right now. I'm not looking at the footage. And then Khabib literally mauls him, takes his back, and just crushes his face. It wasn't even like on the neck. It wasn't on the neck, but with someone like Khabib's strength, you could say that Conor like tapped to like a week, whatever. If you look at that, the way he was squeezing him, like his face coming in, like I've tapped to something like that, and like in training, like the guy's grip was so strong that it felt like my jaw was gonna snap. Like it's turning my neck, it felt like everything was gonna be like my face is being crushed. So it's like you have to tap or your jaw's gonna snap. You know, I don't know. That's what it feels like. And when you look at it, like later, you can see that it wasn't just like a squeeze, it was like a crush. But then Khabib just lost it, jumps the cage and starts a brawl. Then a guy hops the cage from the back and just starts swinging on Conor from the back. And it kind of made sense because like the talk got real and there was so much beef, it got real. I think it was more real for Khabib than it was for Conor. I think Conor was using it for the fight, and I think Khabib took it more as like 100% real. I think it was real too, but not the same. What I was thinking was that like Conor came out and lost, and somehow is still gonna end up winning out of all of this. And I was thinking that Conor could always lose, because if he lost this, he haven't fought in 2 years. Khabib has never lost a round. He has the perfect game plan to beat Conor. Conor doesn't have the same motivation in the game. There's a lot of different factors that lean obviously towards Khabib. And if Conor had won this, I feel like he would have cemented him as the best ever because of the opponent and because of what he just came from. I think that like legacy wise and notoriety and all that stuff, and the championship, winning the featherweight, going up, winning the lightweight, going to fight Floyd, coming back after 2 years with the rust and everything like that, and would it be Khabib, the guy who hasn't lost a round? That would have been insane. But I thought this is huge for Khabib, because if Khabib lost, it would have pushed him even lower down in the totem pole. But if he wins, he's the guy that destroyed Conor. It propels him. He's the guy that's 27-0. There's all these things for him, and he landed the right hand. There were so many things in his corner that could propel him to like the stardom of like one of the greats, as truly one of the greats as you've seen, not just like even like the casual fandom. I mean, because MMA fans know he's one of the best. But to see him storm the cage, it makes Conor look like the good guy in all this. And then Khabib is still saying that he wants his belt. He's still acting irate, and you can tell like on DC's face, like you're ruining your career. Khabib, like you're ruining this moment, everything. It was just crazy. I'm like, the Khabib just literally won everything he's been working for, and is not, I'm not sure, thrown away. It doesn't have to be like shake hands and be friends, but just walks away, celebrates with his team, and just stands there and just maybe nods at Conor. Conor's not gonna say much, maybe just nods at him or whatever, and then just takes his belt and just does his thing with his people. But to be honest, I like to see it again. I'm not sure they're gonna do a rematch. I think Tony Ferguson is the guy who's impossible to finish and grapples really well and scrambles so well, is a great matchup for Khabib. I don't think Anthony Pettis is a great matchup for Khabib. I think Anthony Pettis and Conor McGregor is a good matchup because of two strikers. But I don't know if Khabib and Conor rematch because of this so much beef. Do you just do a second one because Conor's been out for 2 years and he has another fight and he feels stronger and better, and then Khabib fights again? Or is Khabib gonna retire now? But my reaction is super impressed with Khabib's hands, how he composed himself in the fight, throughout the fight. Thought Conor was a little sloppy. Alright, so what you can expect from me now, okay? Gonna do some training footage. I wanna help one of my friends who is gonna have his MMA fight prepare, so maybe some training footage there. I wanna book that boxing sparring match with Adam Sala. I wanna also try to reach out to Mike Rashid and do some content out there with him. I know Deji wants to train. I talked to him recently about possibly coming out to Boston so we can get some more time of training in. I'm really looking forward to that. But yes, I wouldn't expect anything daily, but you're definitely gonna see some more content from me. All right, I need to get some sleep. I'm not even gonna edit this till tomorrow. So, yep, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Oos.